Now, one thing I really, really love about the project is how you shine it. I feel like it was like it was always your time. It was your time to prove it. Is that something you had in your mind when you was going in recording?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Enough is enough. You know, I'm chill, you know what I'm saying, laid back, but it's time to pop it, you know what I mean? I mean, time to give me my flowers, you know what I mean? I don't want them later on when I ain't here.
Give me
Welcome to the Los Angeles Sentinel Daily Brief. This is where we talk black and talk back to the headlines that are impacting the black experience. I'm Niele Anderson, and here's what you need to know for today. A national coalition of black women have penned an open letter to President Joe Biden, urging him to end the war on drugs once and for all. Now, I had a chance to speak with Nakima Levy-Armstrong, who is a civil rights attorney and executive director of the Wayfinder Foundation. She's also one of the co-authors of the letter, and here she is to break down why they decided to appeal to President Joe Biden.
So when we saw President Biden's announcement and we saw all of the news stories that were lauding him for this new development, we decided to not only affirm what President Biden said that he was going to do, which is to pardon folks at the federal level who are incarcerated for simple marijuana possession, but we said we need to push the president to take things to the next level. And so we reached out to other black women in our network, some who have been formerly incarcerated as a result of the drug war, and we encouraged them to sign on to our letter to President Joe Biden, asking him to end the war on drugs once and for all, as well as to consider reparations for those who have been unjustly impacted.
Have you heard from President Joe Biden or the Biden administration? Has anybody responded?
Sadly, we have not heard from the Biden administration. We have not heard from President Biden. And we've also not heard from a group that we named in the letter, which is the Congressional Black Caucus. We would welcome a meeting with President Joe Biden, his administration, as well as the Congressional Black Caucus, because that particular group, who I admire, I look up to, but they were used back in the 80s and 90s to push for the war on drugs. And so they need to be a part of the solution of addressing these issues that we're discussing here today.
Stephen Jackson has responded to Kanye West after West said the mother of George Floyd's child is being greedy. Take a listen.
Hey Kanye, I just saw your video. First off, Roxanne could care less what you think about her hat. We ain't gonna talk about that bullshit you be wearing and marking it up for your own people to pay for. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Nobody asked you to say nothing about George Floyd, but you decided to say it on your own. So you're gonna pay the consequences. Roxy was minding her business. Gianna was minding her business. Oh, and also, Roxanne and Gianna and the family is two different people. She don't stand with the family, and the family don't stand with her. They had different lawyers during the whole court process, and for y'all that don't know, Kanye delusional. You didn't give Gianna $2 million. She got $250,000 that they broke down through families that Roxanne is giving back to you. You got a lot of problems, dog, but if you want to address somebody, come address me. I'm speaking for the family. I've been speaking for the family, and I've been editing you at every post. You didn't have to say nothing about Georgia. We were supporting you in everything you was doing, and still support you. But every time you speak on Georgia, you're going to learn your lesson. Keep Georgia's name out your mouth, and that's for you and everybody else. Signing out. Come see me.
The #1 story for today is for my sisters. That's right, ladies, let's continue to lead our communities to the polls. Here's Higher Heights with an important message.
When black women be black womening, we set the stage. We are past, present, and future. When black women be black womening, we not only create change, we shift the narrative. Black women, it's time to black women like we do so well. And get out the vote this November. So use your voice, flex your power, and vote only like a black woman can.
Early voting has started, and you can vote right now if you wanted to. And the last day to vote is November 8th. Now, for the latest in black news, building black political power, or if you live in the Los Angeles County area and you need help with your ballot on candidates, measures, judges, propositions, you want to head on over to lasentinel.net. And don't forget, the Los Angeles Sentinel Daily Brief is available wherever podcasts can be heard. I'm Niele Anderson, and you have just been debriefed.
Today's Daily Brief is brought to you by Measure A. Vote yes on Measure A and hold the LA County Sheriff accountable.
Hello, I'm Pastor Q, and this is why you should vote yes on Measure A. Los Angeles Sheriff Department is the largest sheriff department in the nation with little accountability. The sheriff is only accountable to the state attorney general, and the state attorney general is not in Los Angeles. The sheriff has defied every subpoena of the Civilian Oversight Commission. He's defied it. He said he doesn't answer to us. He doesn't answer to the people. He doesn't answer to the Civilian Oversight Commission. He's even gone after his political opponents, folks who are trying to hold him accountable, like the Board of Supervisors. And so this is why, again, you should vote yes on Measure A, because we need to hold the sheriff accountable. Not just this sheriff, but any sheriff. Thank you.